Hello hunters, Autobot Dawson here, ready to roll out a new video for you. And in today's video, what we're going to be going over is how to access my new overpowered Palamute build for the doggos in Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. If you find that video helpful, a like, comment, and subscribe would be super appreciated. So, just to go over first what the two main core items are. Because you know how we work on this channel. I don't want you to feel like you're specifically locked into every single thing I use. So we're going to be going over the main core parts that can work with this build with anybody. So first, we've talked about it before, the Palamute Silk Binder. Just as a summary for those who didn't see my old Palamute video, it's our Palamute gear, and it's this item right here. Palamute gear that auto shoots arrows with wire bug qualities, making strong combos with Silk Bind possible. This weapon dishes out a ton of damage. It can actually basically solo the monster for you if you really want it to. And the best thing to do is to do any kind of attack that has that blue damage coming out, because what that blue damage is Wyvern Ride damage. It'll actually kind of make the Palamutes use it more often, and they can use it at range. So it's very powerful. It can stun monsters, it can make them able to Wyvern Ride faster, and most of all, it does a ton of damage, you guys. It's an amazing gear piece that I think every Palamute should be using in their primary slot. No doubt about it. And then for our equipment, we have the Disaster Bell. Okay, now the Disaster Bell is a blunt attack type weapon that has a high 23 element of sleep as a melee ability and a ranged ability. Now, this is a bell with powerful energy sealed within. It's ringing, sending all to slumber. When I say that this weapon has the potential to make a monster sleep 5 or more times during a hunt, I am not exaggerating. I've seen that happen. You're consistently going to get 1 to 3 every hunt, and you might get more than that depending on how long the hunt goes on and how many monsters are in that hunt. This weapon will save you time and time again, because the Palamutes will hit the monster with it and they will put that monster to sleep with it. And then you can do big wake up attacks. In the case of dual blades, you could do spiral slash, you could do piercing bind. You could do anything. You greatsword users could really put a hurting on a monster with the big wake-up combos by using the Disaster Bell. It makes the Palamute, once again, the utility buddy choice, the one that can surprise you and give you absolutely incredible utility use by putting that monster to sleep, or by using the Palamute Silk Binder to make that monster ready to be Wyvern Road. So this build essentially does a lot of damage with the Palamutes, but it also puts the monsters in favorable positions for the hunter. And that is why the build is great, because it synergizes well with any weapon class. It synergizes well with any hunting style, because it's all about damage and making the monster in positions that are favorable for you. And that's why I recommend using it. So, now the question. If you want to have this build where your Palamutes are putting monsters to sleep, doing tons of damage, making them in a Wyvern Ride state, just dominating the monster for you, how do we get it? Well, that's what we're here for today. So, the way to get these is you're going to complete 2 rather straightforward quests. As you progress through Master Rank, you're going to get plenty of request dialogue options pop up. And the 2 we want you to specifically look out for today is going to be Sue the Researcher right here. Sue the Researcher is going to give you the quest Cursed Buddy Gear, which is going to give you the materials to craft the Disaster Bell. It's going to unlock the Disaster Bell and the Buddy Blacksmith. So all you need is to deliver a Zinogre Electro Fur Plus, which is from a Master Rank Zinogre, and a Mizutsune Purple Fell, which is from a Master Rank Mizutsune. Both of these items can be obtained by carving a Zinogre and a Mizutsune, capturing a Mizutsune or a Zinogre, or obtaining them as a quest reward in a quest with a Zinogre and a Mizutsune. So you simply need to choose a Master Rank quest that has Mizutsune or a Zen Ogre or both. And that's essentially it. You just want to grind that quest until you get those items to drop. They don't have a high drop rate, but they're not the rarest items either. So it's not too incredibly bad to get those. Then, once you complete that, you're going to need to get an item called a heavy humble scrap. Okay, you'll see that at the Buddy Blacksmith whenever you go to craft this item. And the way we're going to get the heavy humble scrap is we are going to go to the Mercenaries, and we are going to select our destination for the Flooded Forest. And you can pick any of these. Ideally, you want to go when there's a fishing option. And then you're going to wait for your Mercenaries to come back, and those are going to give you the items you need with RNG over time to craft the heavy humble scrap. Okay? So that's how that works. And then finally, the other quest that we need is from Gatlin the Researcher, who is right around here somewhere. Right here. Gatlin the Researcher, right next to it. This character is going to give you the quest for the Palamute Silk Binder called Palamute Gear Power Up. Okay, and in this, you just need to acquire 6 steel Gaju whiskers. Okay, they have a 20% drop rate from carving a Gaju. Now, if you want to find these early on in Ilmar 2 and Expedition Tours, you can simply go to the Frost Islands and grind Zones 5 and Zones 8. Okay, or you can actually go to, I believe it's Ilmar 3. Let's see if I can find it. Maybe it's 4. Let's see. I know there was a quest for it. Right here it is. So it's in Ilmar 2, which is perfect. It's called Plant Probe Pests, and it takes you to the Flooded Forest to, in fact, be able to hunt Gaju, which is the one on the left here, the fish-looking monster. So this is the best way to do it. I was able to get all 6 of my whiskers in one quest run of Plant Probe Pests, because obviously if you just specifically target the water areas, you'll find nothing but Gaju, carve them up. It's definitely the best way to do it. So I totally recommend doing the Ilmar 2 quest, Plant Probe Pests, and carving all the Gaju in order to get that. So you guys, to summarize, there's those 2 side quests that you need to complete in order to obtain the 2 gear pieces that we're talking about in our OP Palamute build today, which is the Palamute Silk Binder, which is a gear slot weapon that auto shoots arrows with wirebug qualities, making strong combos with Silk Bind possible, and the Disaster Bell, a blunt sleep weapon that you are able to use with powerful energy sealed within. Its ringing will send all monsters to slumber and give you great utility purpose for the Palamutes. If you guys enjoyed today's video, be sure to leave a comment down below letting me know that you tried this build out and you loved it, or that you have another Palamute build that's great that you want me to check out, and be sure to subscribe. This has been Autobot Dawson, rolling out until next time.